Move your butts out of that bed.
WBBQ AM/FM Augusta, where Buddy Carr plays the hits.
Grunts on there. Get the grunts. WBBQ Tony Joe White, 1969, and Poke Salad Annie. Poke salad, the best thing to serve with poke chop, right?
All right.
And Poke Salad Annie, Gator ate your granny. I'll never forget her last word. 6:47 with Buddy Carr in the morning here on a Tuesday. Bob Young in the news. It's 6:56. Right now by request, Karma Chameleon from Boy Dog in the Culture Club.
Oh, loving will be the colors of life, my dream. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. Come, chameleon. You come and go. You come and go.
WBBQ, that's Boy George in Culture Club and Karma Chameleon. And speaking of Boy George, this week on our Fab 40 survey, there's a picture of Patti LaBelle on the front there. It kind of looks like Boy George with a tan.
Oh, wow, man.
6:51 at WBBQ. Buddy Carr in the morning. Up to news with 38 special. WBBQ Donnie Van Zandt at 38 special from my hometown of Jacksonville, Florida. Thought I'd tell you that. 6:55 and almost time for the news. Let me see here.
But now I found out that when I get a cold with all those symptoms, all I need is Comtrex. That's all.
Yeah?
Nothing else.
Nothing?
That's right. Comtrex multi-symptom cold reliever, all by itself, relieves every major cold symptom.
I like
So
that.
all I need is Comtrex. That's all. Nothing else.
Use Comtrex
Use
from
only-
Bristol Myers.
use only as
directed.
Yeah, okay. And now here he is, Bob Young, a highly trained professional journalist with over 20 minutes of experience, and he's about to lay the news on you right now. Bob, you have any Beatle music over there? It's the 20th
No, I think you've got all those. Didn't you hawk those down at Finley's last week?
Well, yeah, I did. But,
A whole Beatle library.
Yeah, he told me you were
gone. You can't find one of them this morning.
He's going to bring it back, though. I was, oh, by the way, I was out last week. Somebody has called and wanted to know where I was. What happened? I took a right turn on the way to work instead of a left like I was supposed to, and I worked at another station for 2 weeks before I realized what I was doing.
Well, we only got 2 calls the entire time you were out. You were out, what, about a week and a half all total?
2 weeks.
Well, we got 2 calls.
My mother?
One from your attorney, the other from the clerk of support court.
Well,
That was it.
tit for tat and all. Well, you know what they say, the pen is mightier than the sword, but the proctoscope puts them both to shame. By the way, I've invested about $200 on one of those highly technical radar detectors, and
Oh, I'm really impressed.
well, I am too because it goes off. It's got all these Star Trek lights on. It looks
Does it
like
work?
It looks like a Harley Drew garage door.
Well, does it make any noise?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know?
Let me
you have to look at the light while you drive down the road, or what?
No, you've got it in a very convenient place where you can see it, and it goes off at the exact moment that the radar locks in on you on their computer panel.
At the exact moment.
Exact moment.
Not a moment too soon.
It lets you know that you're got while you're being gotten. Hello.
Betty,
What?
how about playing me a record, boy?
What do you want to hear?
How about playing that 99 Red Balloons by Nina?
You like that, huh?
Have you seen her?
I've seen her. Like her, huh?
Boy, she sends hot flashes right up my Richter scale.
What?
Yeah, I saw her on MTV the other night, and she didn't have on enough clothes to choke a baby goat.
That's hardly
What a
anything.
killer.
Anything else?
I tell you, well, Dolly Parton's got it. She's got a video out, too.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, she's got a new one out, and she's really sexy in this one.
How
First
sexy?
time I saw her on the MTV, my television set rolled into the bathroom and took a cold shower.
WBBQ News Update at
Mortal can resist the evil of the thriller.
Oh, what's up? Excuse me. WBBQ, that's Thriller. Michael Jackson with Vincent Price, 20 degrees and fair skies at 7:07. This is Buddy Carr in the morning on a Tuesday. Good morning.
Morning, Buddy Carr.
WBBQ and Sunlight. Youngbloods Gold, 7:25 with Buddy Carr and Bob Young here on a Tuesday morning. And now the widely accepted and sometimes expected and mostly rejected thought for the day that we have here, right off the wire, thanks to Bob Young and his rip and read routine. And the thought for the day is never give advice unless asked. That's an old German proverb. Most recently...
I dare you to quote that to the boss today when he comments on your show.
well, my attorney said that too, so... Well, you know, the boss is, he's always...
Well, your attorney does not give advice, he sells advice.
You're damn right he does, Bob. The boss, you know, you're talking about him. He's always busy, but have you ever noticed he's never too busy to tell you how busy he is? That's one thing I like. I got a fan mail here a little bit here this morning. I got a couple of them, and this lady says that I have a unique personality. And isn't this cute, Bob? Look how she spelled unique. E-U-N-U-C-H. I like that one. Last time I got a fan letter, the boss made me take it down to the Augusta Police Department, run it through ballistics. What's the matter with you, Bob? Are you getting ready to... well, Bob is next with the unusual...
I'm in here meditating over the news.
Fireball reporter and reporting exposing graft, corruption, himself, and other things. Hello.
Betty?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Betty?
Yeah.
I got a little gripe here I want to air on your show.
A gripe?
Well, I got a fan letter here.
Oh, you got one,
I
too?
don't mind nasty letters, but I do resent people who say that I'm abnormal, bananas, and need a shrink.
You resent that, huh?
That's right. And my shrink resents it, too.
WBBQ News Update at 7.
Girl, I love you. Girl, I love you.
WBBQ, the Pipes of Peace LP, which you can either listen to or smoke. So Bad, Paul McCartney with Ringo Starr on the drums, and this is the 20th anniversary of the Beatles when they hit America. It's 21 degrees outside and fair. Bob Young about to inform you of the latest news. By the way, Bob, I missed Groundhog Day last week, but was that the 2nd day of February, right?
That's right.
I don't go by that. I go by Squirrel Day, and today is Squirrel Day. And we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter, looks like, because this morning a squirrel came out and saw a shadow of his nuts. So you can look forward to 6 more weeks of cold stuff. By the way, you're talking about parimutuel betting. Where are they, is that South Carolina they're talking about considering that?
Well, it's both in Georgia and South Carolina.
Well, I'm from Florida, and they have it down there. You know, dog racing and horse racing, and I was in on that at one time, but broke me.
You were into dog and horse racing?
Yeah, but last time I bet on a horse, it broke me, boy. I'm from sucking eggs, I'll tell you, because the horse that I bet on, while he was standing there in the starting gate, a meter maid came up and put chalk marks around his hooves. He was that slow. And I bet on some dogs one time, and just my luck, the one that I placed my money on hated rabbits. Not much luck there.
Well, maybe they'll do better up here.
Not with me betting, they wouldn't. Hello.
Buddy,
Yeah.
Did you talk about that parimutuel betting?
Yeah.
You know, I was into that horse racing thing heavy one time.
Were you really?
Yeah, but, well, the last time I bet on a horse, I really got burned, so I didn't do it anymore.
So did I, but what happened?
Yeah, well, I didn't notice it when I put the bet down, but when they brought the horses out, I noticed that his blanket had Alpo wrote on the side.
WBBQ News Update at 7.
WBBQ and Cool and the Gang and Rosanna, I love you, baby. It's 22 and fair at 8:05 with Buddy Carr in the morning on a Tuesday. Coming up at 10 today on FM 104 will be Harley Drew, and in radio, of course, everybody gets hate mail once in a while, but Harley gets it from his wife. Thursday night. Makes me want to pat my foot song. WBBQ and John Cougar Mellencamp and Pink Houses, the LP. It's a little country there, doesn't it? Matter of fact, one of the country jocks in town called me one day and wanted to know if we were playing Only in America by John Cougar Mellencamp. By the way, Bob, Harley Drew will be in at 10 today. Harley had a problem yesterday. He was swinging through the record library on the golden hour and his vine broke. He'll be along a little bit later on. Had a lot of calls about Harley, you know. Somebody called me the other day and asked me why Harley always sounds like he's smiling on the air, and it's simple. His teeth are too big. What's happening with you, Bob? Well,
I'm in here watching the astronauts in space right now. The spacewalk is underway.
They don't have a lifeline to the shuttle, do they?
No, but I know. Wait a minute. There's one of them going across the shuttle now. Wait, here's somebody behind him with a flashing blue light, and I can hear a siren in the background.
Couldn't be. I'm not up there.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. After they've lost 2 satellites, I don't think I'd be too happy about wandering around out there with my space pack on.
Well, I haven't lost anyone yet.
Well,
lost the satellites.
They've lost 2 of them now,
and,
right?
The balloon blew up yesterday.
I thought my insurance rates were high. Wait till those guys get... They'll get a notice from canceled of Omaha pretty soon.
Oh, wait a minute. There's Marlon Perkins up there on the shuttle now.
What's he saying? While Jim is losing his butt in space. Let me see who this is. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, yes.
Buddy Carr?
Yes.
This is Ronnie Reagan.
Mr. President, how are you?
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very good.
Well, nobody really cares, buddy.
I knew that.
No, I wanted to call you yesterday, but I was aboard Air Force One.
Yeah. Well, don't you have a phone on Air Force One?
I didn't know if it had a phone in it or not.
Well, it does.
Yesterday, I was 73 years old.
Yeah, I wish you had your birthday.
The oldest president ever I'm old, buddy. Very old.
How old are you, Mr. President?
Well, I'm so old, I remember when Harley Drew had hair.
That is old.
I'm so old, I remember when the Surgeon General was a buck private.
That's even older.
And I remember when Charlie Fox had one stomach. I'm so old, I remember absorbing senior.